So I told you I was going to give you story time on the conversation with my friend. So we were talking about just dating or whatever, and I asked him, do you actually want to get married? Is that something you actually desire? Or like, some people don't. And he said, yeah, he actually desires marriage, but has realized that, in his opinion, that men don't really benefit from marriage. That women benefit more from marriage than men do. And his argument was like, as a man, you don't change your name. You don't like you become the provider, and the basically you become the provider for this woman. And in today's society, a lot of those women just want to be taken care of. They just want someone to pay the bills. They want someone to put a roof over their head, make sure there's food in the kitchen, but they're not reciprocating. A lot of women nowadays are quote unquote like, not, I won't say users, but they think and believe that they're the prize, which I'm not saying they're not, but I'm saying I think both sides have a thing to it. So he was saying that that because these women believe that they're the prize, they go into it expecting marriage to expect to just be taken care of, to just get everything, and then if that man is successful and somehow they end up with a divorce, and she gets half of everything. And he was like, and what made her earn that? Like, what made her deserve what I built before her? So we're having that conversation. So I was saying to him, I was like, I agree. I do think I think dating in today's society is hard because we have these unrealistic expectations as men and women of what the other should bring to the table, right? Like, I think a lot of women in today's society believe that you should just take care of me. I'm the woman, I'm the prize, and so you should just be able to provide, and if you don't, then you're a terrible husband. And I'm not saying all, I said some, right? Where I believe that it should be a partnership. I think that, not necessarily speaking of funds and finance, but like, if we're in this together, then we're in this together. How am I making you better? How am I making your day easier? And how am I being a sense of peace for you? And vice versa. The same way for the other person. If I'm dating a man, he should be thinking about, how am I making your life easier? How am I becoming your peace? And what can I do to make your life better?
Hey, well said. Shout out to the content creator for her sharing her perspective. This has been an ongoing conversation, between men and women, especially just in the single sphere, about what do you bring to the table, right? And both sides start to argue. What's crazy is, if you look at my very first video, I actually brought this up. I actually stated that, hey, this is what the conversation is around the internet. This over a year ago. And I'm not saying I coined it or anything like that, but that gives you me foreshadowing that the conversation isn't going nowhere. It's only when, the only way to fix it is we have to change our cultural norms, number one, as far as what we expect to be accepted in our culture. And I don't want to go too deep down the rabbit hole about why things are, but I would say that's number one. And I think at that point, once we can figure out what both parties really need, then we both can come to the table and bring value. Shout out to her, because I appreciate her even having the conversation. A lot of women not even trying to have the conversation. A lot of men not even trying to have the conversation in regards of a real truth, trying to find the middle and come to the point of truth. And she even made a point where she's speaking from the woman's side, saying, hey, a lot of women just want you to take care of them. They just want to be like parasites. They just want to take, they just want to, they just want to take, be bloodsuckers. You know what I mean? They're not giving anything back. They're not pointing anything back. And then if you really don't get the right one, let's say you end up marrying her and y'all divorce, she's taking half. And men, here's the thing. I don't care what y'all saying. Men are wising up to the fact that the system I don't want to say it's against them because like it's after them or something. I don't want to go there. But what I will say is the balance of power in the divorce courts definitely heavily lean towards the women, right? That's just what it is. I gave y'all stories about. I had a manager I used to work with. He had a house. He had his whole life kind of situated, and he met a girl. He married her. They get divorced. She ended up taking the house. You know what I'm saying? I don't really understand it, but it's just another cautionary tale for the man out there. Is again, I love women, right? I just think that where we are today, men just have to really ask more questions. And they got to know what they want, though. Because I think, here's my thing. I think if you know what you want from a woman, right? You know what the expectations are. You know what value you want her to bring. That cut out all the fluff, right? Now, the trick is to find the one who has, if you got 10 things on the list, right? If you can get 7 and you like, man, I can work with her to get 8, 9, then it's a win. You never gonna get 10. That's just what it is. You might can cycle in number 8 for number 10 and number 10 for number 6. You might can cycle it in and out, but nobody's perfect out here. But men have to know more what they want versus coming into the relationship and allowing the woman to dictate what the relationship gonna be. And that's just a problem. I just think a lot of men don't know what they want. And for the ones who do know what they want, it's slim pickings nowadays just because of the culture, the mentality. And again, I'm not speaking for all women. This young lady here on the screen, you could tell that she wants to be a wife. She even started off by having a conversation with somebody saying, look, I do, do you want to be married one day? Because I do. And even more on top of that, at the end of the video, she was saying, look, I think marriage should be a partnership. She's not going into it saying, oh, I just think you should take care of me and let me do nothing. Let me just stay at home and don't do nothing. Just run up, just use your bag, use you. She's not saying that. This is for all the men out here, this is probably a great woman. You know what I mean? She look like she take care of herself. She's well spoken. She's soft spoken, right? She's looking to have the communication. This is what you want, right? I don't know anything else about it, but just from based on her speak, she seems like she's sweet. Again, soft spoken, like she can communicate efficiently. She wants it. You know what I mean? But because a lot of men are looking for the dimes, the baddies, they may overlook her. You know what I mean? Which is sad because these are the women who are going to take care of you. Now, no shade to her. I wouldn't give her... I don't want to go there. The point is, she comes off as wifey. Like she want a committed relationship. Like she's going to be loyal. Like she's saying, look, I want a partnership. I want to go 50-50. Let's work together this thing. That's what you want, man. You don't want nobody who just looking to come in and take and not give back. So, great video. Great commentary. Listen, what do y'all think about that? You know what I mean? What do y'all think about that? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear y'all feedback on it. And, if it's your first time, subscribe to the Husband Code. If you've been watching for a while, subscribe. If you got any value from this video, hit that like button. Also, we're going to continuously drop videos like this all the time. So go and hit the notification bell. And until next time, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Peace.